Cameraman here. After 7 days of silence, we finally have some updates and leaks on the most awaited episode ever. And this leak was honestly posted in the most unique way possible ever. As you guys know, Dafuk usually posts the leaks on Discord or Instagram, and he gave the leak to Creek once, but this time, it was very different. I don't even know who discovered this leak was posted, nor when it was posted, but if you guys follow Dafuk Boom, you might know that he has a merch store where he sells skibidi toilet-related clothes and accessories. I think you can guess where I'm getting at. About 20 minutes before I started writing this video, Mr. Mealy, Glamrock Films, and a couple other people from my Discord server started to DM me the leaks that were on the Dafuk Boom merch store. So this leak might have been uploaded to the website hours ago and we might not have noticed. When I show you the leak, it won't look like much, but when you think about it, it's actually a huge leak, and even just looking at it, I can confirm that the next episode is going to be huge. Also, this leak contains more than just an image. It also gives us an idea of how long the next episode is going to be. So before we get into the leak from episode 67, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss out on any upcoming leaks that might be published. Anyways, here we go. First of all, before we talk about the image itself, there was something else that was revealed on this merch store post. On the left bottom it says New Episode Spoiler, and under it we get a pretty huge reveal and announcement for the upcoming episode. It says Skibidi Toilet 67 Part 1. This might not look like something important, but think back to episode 57, which was actually 2 parts and it was published separately. Part 1 of episode 57 also had one of the most devastating episode endings and cliffhangers we've gotten ever in the series, because we saw the plunger cameraman get defeated for the first time. But what is it going to be this time? Because it's saying Part 1 doesn't mean that it's going to be just 2 parts. There is a likely chance that this next episode might be a 3-part episode or more, if Dafuk wants to go that route. Don't quote me on this since I don't have any insider information and it might turn out to be just 2 parts, but it is a possibility. Only thing we can say for certain is that it's going to be at least 2 parts and a very long episode at that. I honestly do think that there is a possibility that the full episode 67 being 8 to 10 minutes in total, because as you guys remember, episode 66 was 3 minutes and Dafuk made the episode 3 minutes while he was moving houses. Which means that if he did that in 12 days while moving, this next episode might actually be the craziest and the longest episode ever, because it's already been almost 8 days of silence, and this was the first leak we've gotten. With that out of the way, I think we can get to the actual leak now. As you guys can see from this image, we are clearly at the same place as episode 66. It was the Skibidi toilet base that the special agents attacked but failed, due to Scientist Toilet arriving at the scene and no Titans being present at the time. We know this is the same place because of the huge toilet statues we see on the mountains and the destruction that was left behind. It really looks like this episode is going to be a huge chaos. It also seems like no time has passed between episode 66 yet because it's still nighttime, but we can't really know that until we see the episode. But these are all stuff we can see from the outside. There are a couple things we need to talk about in this image, and the last one might actually reveal what might happen in episode 67. First of all, if you look around, we see a bunch of gray toilets that are dead without any heads, and a huge mess, meaning that the Alliance has cleared this place while fighting and caused a huge destruction. We don't know if this was done before episode 67, or we'll get to witness this in episode 67, but one thing is clear, and it's that they've won the first fight. But that's not all, because we don't know who cleared the toilets in this area, and don't forget that this place is literally the base of the toilets, meaning that there should be a ton of toilets waiting to guard this place, which means that it really shouldn't be that easy to kill everyone. So this might be the doing of the special agents. But all those aside, the main thing we need to talk about is literally what's ahead of us. If you look carefully, every road is pointing to one direction, and it's the mountain. We also see 3 statues on the mountain, which actually looks like an entrance. If we zoom in, we can clearly see some type of gate which looks protected, and I think you guys can guess where this is going. If we look from an outside perspective, look how huge this mountain is, and it seems like all this is the actual base of the Skibidi toilets. They actually might be using the inside of this mountain as their main base and laboratory, because many people were guessing that these toilet statues implied the fact that this place was a Skibidi toilet factory where the new upgrades were installed. Maybe this is the place where G-Man toilet has been for all that time being upgraded, and that might actually explain why this episode is going to be 2 or more parts. But before we get to that, you might ask, how will G-Man toilet get out of the mountain? And I got no idea. There are a couple ways that could be used, and the most plausible answer I have is teleportation, because we know that Scientist Toilet can teleport, and maybe that's another reason G-Man Toilet hasn't appeared out of nowhere despite him being so impatient. Maybe he has been stuck inside despite everything being upgraded and healed all that time. He might need Scientist Toilet to teleport him out of there, because if we look back at episode 55, I don't think the Skull Toilet teleported himself next to the Parasite Disabler tank. But the Scientist Toilet teleported the Skull Toilet, which explains why he didn't teleport away to escape. We don't know if the Alliance knows what's going on or if they actually have a reason to go inside the base, but I don't think we'll have a good ending in episode 67. We might not even get Titan TV Man's return in part 1, because I think we'll see the Alliance or the special agents go inside the base, or we'll see some cameraman who are working as spies go